Hi there. My name's Erin. If we haven't met yet, you may have seen me in the Welcome to Your Challenge video, but I'm one of the coaches here in your challenge group. And yeah, I'm here to support you and help you along. So this video today is all about helping you figure out the Portion Fix meal plan. That's those colored containers. And those colored containers, this Portion Fix plan, it works with all of the Beachbody workout programs. So no matter what workout program you chose to do in your challenge, this video will apply to you, okay? And it will be super helpful to you, I hope. But you hopefully have received your package in the mail, and if not, it's coming very soon. But the colored containers, you'll be getting a green container, a red container, a yellow container, purple container, and so on. They each represent food groups, and they just help to simplify all of our food groups and how much we should be eating throughout the day. It's not just about the portions that we eat on our plate in a given meal, but how we portion out our foods that we eat and our food groups that we eat throughout the day to get the best results from what we're eating and from the workout program that we're doing. So I'm going to show you how to figure out, well, okay, when I have these containers, how much should I actually eat? What's going to work for me, for my goals, and how to figure all that out. And then how, also, we'll talk about how to make this work for real life. Because you know what? I don't expect you, neither does your coach, if I'm not your coach, we don't expect you to take those containers out to parties and out to restaurants when you go out to dinner. You know what? Things are going to come up. You might be doing your challenge around a holiday, and you know what? Things come up. But you know what? You can also continue to see success with your program. Be a part of those happy events and see success with your program. So we'll talk about that, how to do all of that. It's totally possible. Okay, let's get started. First thing you're going to need to do is log into Beachbody On Demand. So I think most of you will probably have an account to Beachbody On Demand. If not, you would have received a packet in the mail with your DVDs that talks about your meal plan, okay? I am going to right now share my screen and show you my Beachbody On Demand account and show you what I'm talking about and what you're going to want to look at. So the first thing you're going to need to do is, hopefully by now you know the program that you're doing. If you're doing 80-Day Obsession, you're going to want to watch a different video in that group. But by now you'll know the program you're doing. Let's scroll through here. I'm going to look at all programs. Let's say, for example, today you have chosen, let's hope my internet plays nice. There we go. To do 21-Day Fix with this challenge. Now again, this video and what I'm showing you here will apply to any program that you've chosen to do, with exception to the programs like UV2. It has a very different nutrition plan that your coach will walk you through. So let's open up 21-Day Fix. So I tap on that. So you can do this on your phone, you can do it on your tablet, on your computer. And the first thing I'm brought to is my workout list, so I can see all of the workouts. Now what I'm going to want to do is go into program materials. So if you watched the welcome video, you've already read through the start here, and you've read through your welcome guide, your program guide to your program that you're doing. Now what you're going to want to do is find new nutrition guides to the program that you're doing. So let's look at the nutrition guides that we have given to us for 21-Day Fix. We have a food list. We will come back to that. I'm not going to open that one quite yet. We have an exclusive online toolkit. Well, that's handy. So it has a grocery list, a meal planner, and a tally sheet. Well, that's just extra bonus to help you plan everything out. And we have the eating plan. So that's what we're going to look at to help us plan out this nutrition plan. Now, the document for each program is going to be called something slightly different. Nutrition plan, eating plan, you'll find it, okay? Let's go ahead and open it. just like in our welcome message, I want you to read through this entire document from page 1 to the end. It's going to be a quick, short read, easy read. But I want you to set yourself up for success and read through this, because it will really explain to you the portion fix system, these colored containers, how to use them, understanding why we use them, how we balance our food groups and why. The more you understand the how and the why, the easier it is to turn this into a lifestyle that is actually real, that actually works. Instead of having everything revolve around this just fits into your life instead, and it can work that way. So read through this so that it can work that way. So it lays out the colors of each containers and what they represent. And then there's going to be a page, and here it's on page 6, where we are going to do a calculation. This is very important. This is going to tell you, well, these containers, how much should you eat in a day? And it's all dependent upon you, depending on your starting weight and depending upon what your goal is with this particular challenge, with this particular workout program you're doing. Is your goal to lose weight, or is your goal to maintain, tone, and put on muscle? Okay? So if your goal is to lose weight, don't worry, you're going to tone and put on muscle also at the same time. But ultimately, our question is our goal to lose weight, or is our goal to maintain? Okay? So that's the calculation we're going to start off with here. So it has us put in our weight, and that gives us our caloric baseline. Then with our caloric baseline, for this particular workout program, we add 400, and that gives us our maintenance calories. So if you've decided your goal is not to lose weight, but instead to just maintain, build some lean muscle, then you're going to remember this number here. If your goal is to lose weight with this challenge, you're going to move on in the calculation and subtract 750, and that's the number you need to remember. I want to point out something here. So we added 400. That is very particular to this 21-day fix workout program. Each workout program within the Beachbody portfolio will have a different calculation number here, because each workout program is burning different calories, working you differently. So each time you change to do a new workout program, you're going to need to do a new calculation. Okay, because it might put you in a very different bracket of containers, meaning one program you might be in what we call Plan A, and another program you might be in what we call Plan B, where you need to actually eat quite a bit more food to fuel your body to actually see the results that you're trying to see. Okay, so always pay attention to that, no matter what workout program you're doing. So if you are coming into this challenge group today and you're like, oh, you know what, I have been doing 21-day fix for months. I already know which bracket I'm in. I'm good. Well, one, you could have lost weight, so your numbers could have most definitely changed. And two, if you're choosing to do a different program this time around, let's say you're choosing to do Core to Force, it's a very different calculation, and you need to do that one, okay? So now that you know your number, either your maintenance calorie number or your calorie target for weight loss, then you move on down, and it will tell you, okay, well, my calorie range, let's say my calorie number came out to 1350. Okay, it doesn't matter at this point if I chose weight loss or maintenance. My number I decided to focus on was 1350. That tells me I'm going to be in Plan A. And then this tells me, okay, well, for Plan A, I'm going to eat 3 green containers a day, 2 purple containers, 4 red containers, 2 yellow containers, and so on. Now, if you find you're somebody who your calorie target, whether it was maintenance or weight loss, lands at, let's say, 1,502 or 1,501, I want to tell you this. With these programs and with this meal plan, there is no rounding, okay? So if you land at 1,501, then you are in Plan B, okay? I don't want you to round down to Plan A thinking, oh, but I don't want that one number, that one calorie number to throw me off. It won't, okay? These are not big changes of amounts of food that we're messing with. Now, so I don't want you to round starting off your challenge. If we find that you're not seeing results, you work with your coach, and then we will help you choose a better meal plan for you as you go forward in your challenge, okay? Sometimes we do have to figure things out that way. Every body is slightly different, but starting off, that is a very solid rule of thumb. So now that you know your plan, whether it's plan A, B, C, or D, or whatever it is per the program you are following, you know your container counts. Well, now what do, right? How do I eat this? How do I plan that out throughout the day? How do I make sure I get them all in? How do I not just eat steamed broccoli and grilled chicken for every single meal? How do I eat real meals? Well, don't you worry. Let's talk about that. Okay. So here's how I like to plan out my meals following this program. The first thing I do is I highly recommend that you write out every single meal that you're going to eat. So breakfast, snacks, lunch, dinner, all of them, so that you are sure that you are getting in every container. You're not overeating any containers and you're not undereating any containers. It's vitally important that we don't undereat either. You need this food as fuel to see the results I know you want to see with this program. You're putting in the time with the workouts. Now let's get the fuel so that we can see those results. So you want to write it best if you spend some time over the weekend and you write it out on a piece of paper, exactly what you plan to eat each day and for each meal. And then that takes all the thinking out of it so that when it comes to Monday morning, you don't have to go, oh wait, crud, how many green containers was I supposed to eat? What am I supposed to eat? So here's how I plan it out. I have a method that has room for if things change too. Here it is. So this plan here, I have a feeling this is showing backwards to you. So what I will do, comment to this video, but this is for plan A. And so plan A includes 3 green containers, 4 red containers, 2 yellow, 2 purple, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 2 teaspoons. Those are actual measuring teaspoons, not serving teaspoons, okay? So lunch and afternoon snack, actually every meal of the day, to always be of the same containers. Doesn't always have to be the same food in the containers, but the same containers. So my breakfast would always be a red container. My AM snack would always be a yellow and a purple container. My lunch would be always change. I forgot my lunch or I got invited out to lunch. I would know what to look for on the menu. I would know, okay, I am looking for something that would fit into a red container and 2 green containers, meaning I'm looking for a protein and 2 servings of veggies. Now, I don't expect you when you're home eating your foods, then you want to dump the foods out of the containers onto a plate so you can learn the portion sizes. And then when you're out at restaurants or parties, you can eyeball those portion sizes. I'll show you in a little bit the food list that you'll want to have handy with you. You can pull it up right in. What goes into a red container, pull up your food list, then look at the menu and see if you find anything that matches that or is at least close, okay? That's how you stick to it. So we will share right in this group meal plans, and so will the other coaches, but here's how I liked to do it. So my containers would always remain the same, and then the foods would always remain the same. So I'd prepare these foods on Sunday, and then I wouldn't have to do a lot of work all week long making foods, and also just made it easy to always know what I was eating, and I was on track. And then I would leave dinners open, and then I'm going to show you this document with you, but I'm going to run through really quickly. So for breakfast, I chose to have my Shakeology first thing in the morning. You can have it any time of the day, but it always counts as one red container, as long as you make it without adding fruit to it or veggies to it, okay? So my breakfast, first thing in the morning, was always a Shakeology. Two pumpkin oat muffins with chocolate chips. I'll share that recipe with you because they are amazing, with a purple container of berries. That's a yellow container and a purple container right there. So that would always remain the same. Lunch. So I would often like to do either a turkey veggie soup, and I'll share that recipe with you because I can make a batch really quick. And that counts as a single serving, which I believe, if I remember off the top of my head, is 1 or 2 cups. It's in the meal plan that I'll share with you. It counts as 1 red container and 2 green containers. Or I would do a salad with 2 hard-boiled eggs on it, possibly. Again, 1 red container and 2 green containers. Then I'd have an afternoon snack. I would always leave dinner to be a red container, a yellow container, so protein, a carb, a green container, veggies, and a teaspoon. That's going to be usually your oil, something you cooked your dinner in. I'm going to show you in a little bit. There are hundreds of recipes you're going to find that match that formula right there. And I'm willing to bet many satisfied with that formula right there. A protein, a veggie, a carb, cook it in the oil, okay? So, and then it sticks to your plan. So I typically would have the same breakfast through afternoon snack every day, and then my meal planning would just get easier and easier each week, because then all I'd have to do those would remain the same each week, and my containers would remain the same for each meal. Breakfast always red, AM snack always purple and yellow, and so on and so forth. Dinners always a red, yellow, green, and a teaspoon. I hope this is making a little bit of sense. And then you may have noticed I'm still missing a red container in this meal, in this plan. So I would always like to have Greek yogurt at the end of the night as my dessert. And then I'm also still missing a blue container. So blue container could be cheeses, it could be an avocado, it can also be nuts like almonds. So I would put almonds on be seeds like pumpkin seeds. So I put pumpkin seeds with my almonds on my Greek yogurt and a dash of cinnamon, because cinnamon is free, and it was awesome dessert. And it satisfies me and gives my brain that I just had dessert feeling. But it's all within my portions through times where I found, well, there's a dinner I want to make that has cheese on it. So that means my blue container just went to my dinner. I only get one blue container a day. So all I would do then is just eliminate the almonds from my yogurt in the evening. I would just have the yogurt with the pumpkin seeds and cinnamon. And the same would go if I remove that from my dessert. So that's how I could make those adjustments. I hope that helps you. I think this is the best way to start learning Portion Fix, to then take it out into real life and make it a lifestyle, to write it all down, exactly what you're eating, make a plan for when eating any of them and how you're going to fill them. So meaning, what are you going to eat? Now let's quickly go back over to Beachbody On Demand. And let's go. So here is Beachbody On Demand. When you are looking at the workout list, if you internet is just plain funky right now. Hundreds of recipes on here, you guys. And what's really great is you don't have to watch all the episodes. You can go right to program materials. And again, you can do this in the app on your phone or on your tablet. You can do it on your computer. And in program materials, you can go to recipes. And here you go. Let's just open it up. It's a cookbook right here. So all of the recipes, you've got breakfast recipes, entrees, you've got side dishes and snacks, salads and so I want to show you something about every single recipe in here. When you click on it, so when you go to, let's go to the Calabrese chicken. This is an awesome recipe, by the way. Super easy to make. I do it on the grill, and it's delicious. The whole family loves it. It'll tell you, and this is actually a bad example, so I'm going to go back and find another example, but what it'll do is it'll tell you a serving size and then your container count. So this one, it's kind of obvious. It's your serving size is a chicken breast. Example. And I haven't actually tried these yet. I need to make these. So there are many recipes that you follow within Fixate that you're going to find you don't even pull your containers out. But you still need to know, well, what containers did I just eat or am I going to eat, so that you know that you are on plan. So what you do is you look here and it tells you when you prepare this meal, the serving size is 2 enchiladas. And when you eat 2 enchiladas, that equals a half of a green container, a half a purple, 1 red, 1 yellow, 1 blue, and 1.5 teaspoons. You'll see the same thing for every single recipe here in Fixate. It will tell you the serving size and the container equivalents for that serving size. So it makes it very easy for you to know exactly what you're eating when you make these recipes. This is all I cook from, you guys. I don't cook from anywhere else but Fixate any longer. This is where my family eats from. I have a 4-year-old. He eats from here every day, every night. It's delicious. So be sure to check out Fixate. I think it's going to be a real key to your success with your program, with Portion Fix, with learning how to eat healthy and how to look at food groups in a new way that work for your body.